Hello and welcome, you crazy people. My name is Jay. Firstly, I'm being a bit quiet because the wife and baby are in bed and I want to remain in the good books. Secondly, we've had some interesting news about one of the designers of Star Wars Legion, and that is that Luke Eddy is actually moving to Atomic Mass Games, whereas Alex Davey obviously did not. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is the full extent of the news, but it's interesting, and I don't necessarily want to talk about it too much. I'm very, I'm very happy for Luke. I think that's great news. For those of you who don't know, Luke was working on the Star Wars Legion, even at Fantasy Flight Games, but he obviously has applied for and got the role of a lead game developer at Atomic Mass Games, which is, you know, did I just say Atomic Mass Games? Yes, Atomic Mass Games, which is good news for him. I'm very happy for him. I've not spoken to him since. I had a very brief chat with him maybe like a year ago. Seemed like a very nice guy. So I'm very happy for him. Obviously on streams and stuff like that, you may have seen him. He I don't want to be disparaging, but it sort of seemed like Alex was the lead designer at the time and Luke was working with Alex, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, Luke is a lead game developer and he says, I'll be making rules for your favourite tiny Star Wars dudes, and he has plans. Who knows what they will be. So, yeah, the weird thing here, and this is why I don't want to talk about it too much, is that Alex was seemingly like made redundant or let go, and obviously that gets a little bit weird and personal, so I don't really want to talk about that. But it's interesting that to me that was sort of more of an indication that they were cleaning house, if you will, and that maybe big changes were afoot. But the fact that they've taken on a developer who was basically working on it anyway, very much so, like I believe at some points they were alternating waves, so like Alex would work on one wave and Luke would then work on the wave. Obviously, you can't really tell the difference, so there's not really been that much difference in gameplay senses. So this is it's interesting news. We have no idea how much of an impact Luke will have on the game, or still what AMG will do instead of FFG. But for me, this is good news both for Luke and for the development of the game as a whole, just because what it sort of implies is a little bit of a steadying of the ship. One of our favourite games, Star Wars Legion, had moved developers. We've gone from Fantasy Flight Games to Atomic Mass Games, and the community is, right, I say rightfully, sounds a bit weird, but on edge. It's like we spent hundreds of pounds on it. We want it all to be good. Everybody wants something a little bit different to make the perfect game. You can't make the perfect game for everybody, but we knew there would be some changes, and in fact, AMG have claimed there will be some changes. But the fact that you're now hiring somebody who was working that closely on it from FFG implies that, that maybe the changes won't be super, super dramatic, and it might steady a few people's nerves in that sense. Obviously, congrats to Luke. I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job at AMG. It does mean, I think he said, I think I saw in a tweet somewhere that he's got to move, which is an upheaval for him. I don't know if he has a family or anything like that, but it's a big upheaval anyway to move any kind of distance. So hopefully that goes well for him. Yeah, so congratulations to him. I think this, not that I was worried about the game, but I think it might steady some people's sort of nerves. It does make the Alex thing a little bit even more awkward, quite frankly. I laugh when I'm awkward, as you can probably tell, but it makes it raises perhaps more questions than it really answers. But I don't feel it's really hard to comment because I've not spoken to anybody. I don't have any insider information, so I have no idea what's going on. And then you get into personal things, which I always try not to cover too much. But yeah, we now know the developer of one of our favorite games, or at least it sounds like he would be working on tiny Star Wars dudes, which is interesting. So quick video because that's all I have to say on the matter. Yeah, I think people are a little bit, some people are worried about the game, and I don't think that's unfair, and some people are sort of angry that people are worried about the game, which I do think is a little bit unfair. I think it's okay to be apprehensive to the direction of your favourite game. We spent people spent hundreds of pounds, $100, and hundreds of hours painting miniatures, going to events, all that kind of stuff. So it's right that people are invested, right? So this is why this is news. Do you know what I mean? So People are worried or concerned where the game might be. Some people are optimistic about where the game might go. I'm on the more optimistic side of things, really, in the total point of view, because quite frankly, FFG had too many. What did I say in one of my videos? I think they had too many fingers in too many pies, right? Whereas this is a narrowing down of the pies and the fingers. So I think this is probably a good thing in the long run. And obviously, we're not sure when the effects will take place, but this is something. So that's it. I'm going to shut up quickly and hope I've not woke anybody up. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, congrats to Luke either way. And have a most beautiful day. Like, subscribe. Goodbye. Goodbye.